Marijuana, also known as cannabis or weed, is illegal in most parts of Australia. The drug aspect of the natural plant is what's commonly known for and is the main reason why it's currently illegal. However, the drug poses many advantages from a medical standpoint that would replace chemically made pharmaceutical drugs. The drug offers a better recreational alternative to alcohol and cigarettes that both have strong links to social issues and violence, as well as serious health problems such as lung disease, liver disease, and cancer. Australia should look more into the future and adopt the successful legalisation and decriminalisation of marijuana to the scale of what has been undertaken in other countries such as Canada, Netherlands, and most of the US. One of the main reasons marijuana should be legalised in Australia is the benefit it poses from a medical perspective, to relieve and resolve conditions such as muscle spasms, nausea, chronic pain, depression, and anxiety, just to name a few. These are significantly relieved or reduced due to the CBD aspect of the plant. According to Beyond Blue, 3 million people are diagnosed with depression and/or anxiety each year. CBD oil significantly reduces these, and the use of microdosing the oil allows for possibly a whole day free of stress and anxiety and depression. CBD is a naturally derived compound from the marijuana plant and has no known side effects, unlike chemically derived medications pushed out to the public from the major pharmaceutical companies that all have significant long-term side effects to our major organs, yet they all are legal, and medical marijuana still remains an illegal substance. Due to not everyone having the same genetic makeup, some people are less or more vulnerable than others to psychosis and other mental health issues. The main point here is that if we left the selling to marijuana through the unregulated channels, it would affect people very dramatically, and it's like playing Russian roulette at the end of the day, leaving it to chance. If we legalise the levels of how much percentage of THC is in the marijuana, will be regulated, and further research can be done to determine what is the commercialised level in the same way alcohol is regulated to 0.05 when driving, for example. Over the last 10 years, marijuana has been engineered to become a lot more potent, similar to alcohol in the sense, prior to prohibition laws being implemented. It can be known too much of anything is not good, and if unregulated, these levels will continue to rise, and people can only guess what's in the marijuana they are smoking. To sum up, most mental health issues that exist today relate directly to the fact that marijuana is unregulated. In September of 2019, a bill was passed for the legalisation of cannabis in the ACT. They came into play at the end of January last year. This allowed people above the age of 18 in the ACT to possess up to 50 grams of dried cannabis, grow up to 2 cannabis plants per person, and to use cannabis in their own homes. Our neighbouring partner New Zealand are also getting the idea that prohibition causes more harm than it prevents, with a referendum that took place to legalise the sale and use, possession and production of recreational cannabis at the end of last year. The referendum ended up with a narrow margin, with just under 49% of New Zealanders voting yes, failing by 1%. So the New Zealand government made no changes to its cannabis laws, but the data from the referendum shows that majority of those under the age of 50 voted for it, and the majority of age over 50 voted against the legalisation. With 70% of voters aged 19 to 29 voting for the change, this suggests that it will not be long before generational replacement takes over the legalisation within the electorate, presumably. So what's happening from a global perspective? Most countries are going through the steps to legalise or at least decriminalise the natural plant, with countries like Canada the first to legalise it completely, and over 18 states in the USA legalising it. With more states and countries each day moving a step closer, marijuana is the future, and with all this talk of change and advancing into the future, Australia should get behind this bandwagon. Countries like Canada, New Zealand, Uruguay, Spain, Africa to the USA have all taken big steps in the right direction. The Greens Party says it's time to join them. What do you think?